actual thing. You're a douche canoe.
We're just trying to give ways on how you can be there, how you can be more supportive, how you can, we're just trying to change the world a little bit, trying to shake things up. It's no need for us to always continue to be negative and just make up excuses and not take accountability for how we're living in everyday life, because it's affecting us. It's affecting our children, so why not change? So next we want to talk about postpartum depression and why men don't support. Recently I had somebody that had a baby, and he came to me and he was like, my wife, she's depressed. She's been going through this thing called postpartum depression. I don't really know what it is, but he never really took out the time to look it up either. So I was telling him, I was like, man, that's real. It's real. You need to be there for her. You need to show her support. Tell her you love her. Kiss her. Because sometimes you're not even feeling like yourself. You just don't want to be. You don't want to deal with the baby. You feel fat. You feel ugly. It don't matter if somebody did tell you that, but it's still good to hear it because you need the attention. You feel like you done did all the work. You got the baby here, and now you just don't feel like you belong. It could be anything. Sometimes it's just you anxious. You ready to get back to life, but it seems like it's going to take you forever to get there. Sometimes you just feel restless, tired. You got to breastfeed, enough milk not coming out. It hurts. The baby got to latch on every so many hours. You just like, oh my God, I already was just pregnant. Now I got to go through all this. But where the man at, huh? I don't see you.
Hey,
where you
all
at?
I'm saying is these females who be baby crazy, listen to all the stuff she's saying right now before you let a dude slide up in that thing with no protection. Because having that baby, and you hear all that stuff she talking about, raw nipples, baby just gnawing on your stuff whenever he feel, every 3 to 4 hours,
Yeah.
Sometimes 2 hours if he just get hungry like that.
Sometimes enough milk not coming out. You got to put this machine on when the baby not there around. To show how you be sleeping.
You just sitting there.
It's
time to flip it over to the next one.
He gonna suck on one more than the other. So one gonna be big, one boob gonna be bigger than the other.
There was a woman who was big mad. She had a baby latched on the one side and a pump on the other side because the baby was so big. After he cleared this titty, he was gonna have to get the bottle. She was just sitting there you can see the despair on her face, like somebody just come save me.
But sometimes they eat from one more than the other, so it leaves.
It's like he feel more comfortable on this nipple than he do on that nipple.
Yeah.
That's just like a baby when you try to give him what do they call it?
A pacifier.
A pacifier. And if the pacifier ain't a specific size, he gonna keep throwing that thing out his mouth. He gonna be like, I don't want that.
Yeah,
that's not what I want. I want that real thing. I want the real thing.
Right.
I want that thing my daddy be dreaming about.
So what was that? We were talking about something, or we were discussing something that when you was over there talking about that you wanted to.
So, by all means, I want everyone to know that I am most definitely not a doctor or anything of that nature, but I have a theory behind some women who have postpartum depression when they were going through their trimesters and they had all of the support that they were supposed to have, right? So, that being said, say this woman goes through her entire pregnancy. Right. Man is there, her parents is there, his parents is there, her sisters were there, she might have a kid, everybody's playing their part. Ultimately, and he was laying the meats down the whole time, right?
Right.
She has the baby.
Right.
And then she enters postpartum depression to where she don't want nothing to do with the baby.
Right.
Here's my theory. The theory is, during the time that she had the pregnancy, she felt like she was getting the attention, okay? Ultimately, the baby showers, everything. And then once the baby was born, the baby got the attention and she didn't get that attention anymore. So she fell into a state of depression of some sorts to where now she's a little jealous of her own child. And she's like, I don't want this baby, get it from around me. So her level of postpartum depression could possibly stem from that. And I want to try to send that up to see if some people can do some research on it, you know what I'm saying, and find out if that's the case. Because if it is, then maybe we can combat that by making sure that that woman, after she has the baby, we make sure that we're still there for her, because we do realize that she's going through things after the pregnancy as well.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that can help to combat, to an extent, postpartum depression, for someone who has had, people there in her life
Because sometimes people, they'll just come and get the baby and they'll be like, go to sleep, get some rest. Nobody ever asks you.
And she don't want to go get no rest.
Nobody ever asks you, how you doing? What's going on with you? And just like want to talk to you.
Get your toes done.
Like sometimes you can't just go out. You know, just had a baby, you still opened up and stuff. But you know, depending on what it is. But sometimes people don't just take out the time to just like, you know, ask you what your favorite meal is, what you want to watch on TV. They just want you to go rest, go lay down. Now, although I don't necessarily think that it comes from what you're saying, I'm not saying that can't trigger it, because what if you did have a bad pregnancy, but then you do have support, and then but you still go into postpartum depression? You see what I'm saying? Or what if you have both? Like, what if you did have a good pregnancy and then you do have support after, you know, you had a baby and you still go into it? Because sometimes I think it's just something within. You know, I think it's just triggered by different things.
Feel like her body's been damaged to an extent to where it's
just like a switch goes off, like. And you know, you just come numb, because sometimes it's not always that you don't want to deal with the baby when you're going through postpartum depression. Sometimes you just don't want to be, you just don't want to deal with the world, or you just don't want to be bothered, but you still want to deal with your baby. So when she's feeling down and sad, just give her some attention, make her feel alive again, show her how important she is and how happy you are that she just gave birth to your child. You have any thing you want to put in on?
Show her how happy you are, you know what I'm saying?
You got anything you want to say? Really?
All that. Show her all of that. Just make sure you're showing her attention. To be honest with you, make sure you're showing her attention. There's going to be moments where there's nothing you can do. Like Bella said, there's nothing you can do to make her happy. She could say, I want 2 scoops of cookies and cream ice cream.
I think I want
infused with pickles. With a peanut butter topping.
That sounds good right now.
Okay, and then next thing you know, you can provide exactly what she asked you for.
And she be like,
and she can be like, who the hell told you that these 3 things go together? And you can be looking at her like, early stages of dementia? Like, you just told me to do this. And she'd be like, that don't even make no sense. Understand that at the end of the day, she's going through that and she can't help it. Now there's some women who can. So if you meet you a woman who doesn't PCS, my military people know what that is, that doesn't PMS so hard, you know what I'm saying, that has those mood swings like that, right?
Right.
9 times out of 10, if she don't mood swing during her time of the month and have PMS real bad, she probably ain't gonna have them same issues during pregnancy. And if she does, she's able to control them a little better than the average woman who just can't control her damn self. So, like I said, choosing your partners. Choosing your partners. You don't want to be with nobody who's, you know, cool as hell at 1 minute and then she crazy in the mud. You know what I'm saying?
If she's showing you that before she even gets pregnant, or if she's showing you that before she even gets pregnant, or she's not on her cycle, that's a red flag.
You might not want to pump no baby in that stomach.
Right.
Because to be honest with you, all that negativity that she's feeling during that pregnancy, the baby's feeling that. So women out there who are, whether you plan to get pregnant or not, this is one of the biggest reasons why I understand what you're saying as far as sometimes they can't control it. But sometimes you got to get a hold of yourself and realize that the decisions that you make, the things that you choose to say, everything that comes out of your mouth is the direct reflection of the energy that you've given to that baby.
Right.
So whenever you open your mouth, even though you mad and upset with somebody for doing something crazy, it doesn't take for you to open your mouth and your tongue is as sharp as a knife. You know what I'm saying? Be mindful of that, because the reactions that you're giving other people who are trying to take care of you, that baby's gonna have that same type of attitude, personality. Exactly. You ever heard somebody parents say, ooh, I can't wait till you have a baby. You're gonna get everything you gave to me plus some.
Right.
They're already wishing that karma onto you, because you was a hellion when you was being raised and things of that nature, or you was a hellion during the pregnancy, or whatever the case may be, or they was going through hell, so they're gonna wish that bad juju on you as well. So let's try to, like I said, this channel is about positivity. Let's try to spread that. Even though we convict people and confound them all the time. It's righteous judgment. Not saying that we're perfect at all, but at the end of the day, every day we strive for perfection, which can be obtained if you do the right things at all times. If you're thinking righteously in your mind, it is something that can be obtained. And with that being said, just knowing yourself and understanding how to control yourself and your emotions. So if you can control your emotions during a normal time as a woman, can't say that I know exactly how it works, but for us as men, a lot of times the world is on our shoulders. And then when we come home, a lot of times, if your house is chaotic, guess what? You explode, you can't handle it, you can't do, I can't function, right?
But it's about knowing your emotions too. A lot of us don't know our emotions. We use everything for being mad or happy, but we don't know. We got like 10 different emotions.
Somebody put a Band-Aid on the wall, and then you just blew up and start whooping all the kids. Just peel the Band-Aid off the wall, throw it in the trash can, clean that spot. You're good. You good. Find out who the culprit is. Be a detective.
People go from 1 to 10. Like they don't have no emotions in the middle.
They go 0 to 100 real quick.
They don't even know what jealousy feel like because they just use it for math.
Yes.
You know, they don't even know how to like communicate with or how to regulate their emotions because they don't really know what they are. They, you know, it's like they haven't been properly taught what an emotion is.
No, we'll feel that. You fake friends where your real friends at.
But until next time, leave a comment down below.
We will respond to your comments. Keep it positive, because if you don't, we're gonna delete you. We're gonna have to cut them friends off. Hey, we gonna have to cut them friends off. Hey, what?
All around the country, we've been killing people all this month, all month, man. Even if y'all was out and was reading the papers, fuck it, you know, sometimes you got to do certain shit. It's just enough that people know in the country that if you push my button, there's no telling what I may do. Nah, you don't really want to fuck with that. Press the wrong button, make it pop.
Yeah, timeline made this beat, bitch.
Simmer down, simmer down. You niggas ain't on my level. Nope. Spin the cash, spin the cash. 38 bands on the bezel. Yeah. Sippin' lean, poppin' Zane. Damn. You niggas really is special. Drinks a rockin', sippin' effin'. We be making this expression. Yeah. Simmer down, simmer down. You niggas ain't on my level. Yeah. Spin the cash, spin the cash. 38 bands on the bezel. Yeah. Sippin' lean, poppin' Zane. You niggas really is special. Damn. Drinks a rockin', sippin' effin'. We be making this expression. I'm out on my grind, getting my paper, dough on my mind, getting my take up. See, I'm about to shine and live to the fullest. You live by the gun and you die by the bullet. Yeah, if you disrespect, that's a technical. I'm lyrical, but I got extra flow. X and O, your shorty blowing me kisses. I think that I'm about to make her my missus. Ooh, she so prissy, manis and pedicures. She so deep and she wet like a reservoir. That's a Georgia peach at its finest. I got 100 bands right behind us. Them diamonds the cure for your blindness. Take a bow when you address me as highness. Think about how you be falling behind. See, we never falling, we blame it on fly shit. Simmer down, simmer down. You niggas ain't on my level. Nope. Spin the cash, spin the cash. 38 bands on the bezel. Yeah. Sippin' lean, poppin' Zane. Damn. You niggas really is special. Drinks a rockin', sippin' effin'. We be making this expression.